Hi, my name is Pierce Hull, and welcome to episode 7 of the Football Huddle. As always, I'm going to take a deeper dive into some prospects that I've been interviewing and covering over the past couple weeks, as well as recap our most recent elite camp that we held at East Ascension Stadium in East Ascension, and also touch a little bit on our upcoming Gridiron Football Elite Camp going on at Westwood High School in Palestine, Texas on April 27th. Now, the first athlete I'm going to talk about today is Cole Pryor. Cole is an electric utility running back out of Reagan High School in San Antonio, Texas. He's part of the class of 2025, and he can catch that ball just as well as he can run it. He proved he was a do-it-all guy this season with 1,804 total all-purpose yards and 23 all-purpose touchdowns. The first thing that you notice with Cole is his speed and just how fast he is. He has lightning quick feet that he uses to just blow past defenders trying to tackle him. You can tell on the track that he has this speed as well, because when he runs the 100-meter dash, he does it currently in 10.7 seconds, which is pretty speedy, and even for the state of Texas, that's pretty fast. His toughness and his balance is also another key factor that goes with Cole's game, because he'll be tripped up, he can get tackled, and it does not matter. He will find his way to regain his balance and stay upright to make that big play. Like, his center of gravity is just some of the craziest thing I've ever seen, because this kid does not go down when he's being tackled. And kind of the very last thing that I want to bring up about Cole and just kind of his overall talent is how elusive he is. The way he shifts his hips to avoid tackles and confuse defenders is just absolutely eye-opening. He has some of the shiftiest feet I've ever seen. His hips can turn. He knows how to use head fakes to confuse defenders. He is just the full-on package, the real deal. And I think he truly is a slept-on prospect that is waiting to get discovered. Another pretty underrated guy I want to talk about is Brendan Fournier from Vandergrift High School in Austin, Texas. Brendan is 6'1" and 210 pounds and currently plays running back and linebacker within the class of 2025. He's really an all-around glue guy. He makes sure that his team's prepared. He pushes them the best they can be. He makes sure everyone's on the same page. He knows what he's doing, but he also knows what everyone else around him is supposed to be doing, and he will take that corrective measure if you're not, which, that's true leadership right there, and especially coming from a junior in high school, that is insane leadership to be seeing at this age. He's just such a smart player. He has such a high football IQ, and I could tell that from when I was interviewing him. He studies film 24/7, whether that's his upcoming opponents during the season, whether that's running backs from the past that he's really trying to model his game after. He loves to watch film, and he loves to get better. He also, just like another prospect I've talked about on the show, Colton Spichelski, he engages in a science which is called plyometrics, which you are basically trying to build the fast twitch muscle fibers in your legs, and that helps your explosiveness, it helps you jump off, it helps your vertical, it really helps with overall everything. And these are the only two kids now I've heard that have mentioned that to me before. So these are kids that are all in on the game, especially Brendan though. All he cares about is working, he wants to get better. He says he's in the gym 24/7. And you can see that those plyometrics are really working for him, because he currently runs a 4.58 second 40-yard dash, which isn't not bad at all for a junior in high school right now. And he also possesses a 37-inch vertical, which some NBA players don't have a 37-inch vertical. He's an overall just athletic specimen. And while he's running the ball, you can tell he's an athletic specimen because he is just a bruising running back. Just like Cole, he refuses to go down. He's a bruising body. Like I said before, I think he's 6'1" and 210 pounds, so tackling him and trying to bring him down is a feat of its own. He always is reaching out for the extra yards. Even if you tackle him, you're not getting him where you think you are. He's always reaching out. He's hustling. He's trying. All he cares about is his team and this game of football. This strength can really be seen in the weight room, as Brendan currently bench presses an impressive 300 pounds and squats 465 pounds as a class of 2025 member, which that by itself is just obscene how good that is, for his age already right now. His best game this year came against Round Rock Westwood, where Brendan ran for 152 yards and actually punched in the rock 3 times on the ground. Now, sticking with Vandergrift High School, I want to switch to the other side of the ball. Brennan's teammate, cornerback Aiden Jones from the class of 2025 is an extremely intelligent, smart, just overall football guy. He's also from the class of 2025, and just seeing Brendan, Aiden, and I've also actually written the school spotlight on Vandergrift before. They are a very smart team. They know what they're doing. All their guys know what they're doing. They have one mission, and that's to win, and they're building it step by step, and that starts in the film room. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know where you're going. So that is something that really impressed me when I was talking with Brendan and Aiden. But just like Brendan, Aiden is addicted to watching film. From what he was telling me, like I said, all he wants to do is get better every day in whichever way that he can, whether that's physically, mentally, just he's there to get better. He's very good also from the cornerback position at positioning his body and kind of lurking in a way where the quarterback doesn't actually see him until Aiden's already picked the ball off from him. He's so crafty in the way he moves, the way he shifts his hips. His feet are so shifty. And he is fast. He runs a 4.44 second 40-yard dash, so most wide receivers aren't outrunning him. And he also runs a 3.93 second three-cone shuttle, which just speaks to his agility. He'll be able to follow anyone. He can change direction on a dime. He has no wasted movement. Everything, with Aiden, I think he is a very, very solid cornerback right now. And I haven't even gotten to his measurables yet. He's 5'11" and 185 pounds going into his senior year, which is already great measurables to have at a cornerback, and especially if you have one more year to continue developing. As I said before, he has that tremendous speed and that tremendous agility. And, all of this coming together, you could see how good of a player he was just based off of his stats this year. From the cornerback position, he had 32 tackles, with 2 of them being for a loss. He blocked 3 punts. He had 9 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, and one of those interceptions was a pick 6, so he has a touchdown from the defensive side as well. As you can see from that, Aiden is just all over the field. He's wherever you need him to be, he will be there, and he will execute at the highest level. But the field is also not the only place where Aiden does excel and execute at the highest level. He has currently a 4.18 GPA, which is absolutely stellar, and most recently scored a 1450 on his SAT, which, he's a smart kid. He cares about 2 things right now, and that's, his education and football. And he's told me before that education is the only thing you truly are promised out of school, so that's what he is focused on, number 1. So, he's overall on and off the field an amazing kid, and he's truly a kid, I think, that is flying under the radar and someone that you definitely need to be looking at. Another prospect that I want to touch on is quarterback Gunnar Nelson from Katy High School. He's from the class of 2025, and he's ready to show why he belongs with the best in that class. He has great arm strength he uses to just rifle that ball down the field, on top of having very pinpoint accuracy to where he can just fit that ball into pretty much any pocket, any coverage. That receiver, if he's throwing the ball, the receiver's getting the ball. Well, this was also, he had a .68 passer rating, or completion rating, which that's almost 70% of his passes he's completing right there. His accuracy is on. He knows when he needs to throw it, when he needs to tuck it, whenever he just needs to get rid of the ball. Overall, he's a very smart player from the quarterback position. And while Katy this most recent season was definitely a very run-heavy offense, that still didn't stop Gunnar from shining. In 11 games, he threw for 1,289 yards and 17 touchdowns, which on top of that, he possessed a 137.6 quarterback rating, which is just stellar. That is that is a top-tier rating to have right there. Which, in high school, it's so impressive. And, his strength is definitely born in the weight room, because currently Gunnar bench presses 215 pounds and can squat 315 pounds. He's currently sitting at 6 foot and 190 pounds himself, so he's definitely a very big body in the pocket. He can handle physicality and often uses this very big frame to just shrug defenders off of him that are trying to sack him when he's in the pocket. I really think, his overall size, his smarts, his arm strength, and just his precision can definitely take him far in this game of football. Now, going back to running backs, I want to talk about Terry Lawrence from Willis High School in Conroe, Texas. Willis is a 5'10", 198-pound, just absolutely bruising running back from the class of 2025. Terry's physicality and strength are just absolutely unmatched at the running back position. It takes half the defense to bring this kid down on every play. And to me personally, he reminds me lots of Marshawn Lynch, the Beastquake. He, former Seattle Seahawk running back, just so many Pro Bowls, one of the greatest running backs, personally in my opinion. And I see lots of comparisons in them because they're both very angry runners. They both are very physical runners. They don't go down with the first hit. They just have unrivaled toughness, but with this physicality also comes great speed with Terry. He runs a 4.59 second 40-yard dash and a 4.44 second three-cone shuttle, which is just a testament to his speed and his agility right there. And you can see that on the field because, once Terry hits that open field, he is absolutely untouchable. On top of, though, being a great running back, he also has great hands where he can catch the ball out of the backfield. This season, he totaled 262 yards through the air to add to his 610 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground. His talents were recognized this year by the district when he was awarded second-team All-District as a running back. Now, I want to close this show by recapping our most recent elite camp in East Ascension, as well as talk about our upcoming camp at Westwood High School in Palestine, Texas on April 27th. At all of our camps, you have the opportunity to compete, have your reps recorded, get an interview, and as well be in our monthly magazine that is read by people worldwide. I've talked about these camps many times before, but if you're a new watcher here, today is your lucky day. You start these camps by checking in at the front, and then you get put into a line to go have an interview. You get your photo taken with your gridiron football gear, and then you have about a 2-minute interview that you can show coaches, you can show your family, you can show your friends, and it really helps you get comfortable with the interview process. Most likely, the interview will be with me, so I hope to see you guys out there. And once those interviews are completed, we go into our warm-ups and our stretches, which once, we do that, it's about 20-ish minutes of warming up. And then after that, we phase into our combine, which is a 40-yard dash, a broad jump, and a three-cone shuttle. Now, all of these are recorded. We record them on paper, and we also take a video that you will be able to perceive after the camp. And you get about 2 reps of each of them, and these are also just amazing things to have. Every kid that is trying to go play college football, you need to know how to run a 40, you need to know how to do the broad jump, you need to know how to run this three-cone shuttle, and this is very good practice, this is good experience, and then just overall just trying to get your 40 time up, or trying to lower your 40 time, trying to get your broad jump up, trying to get your three-cone shuttle time down. Once we do that, we break off into our individual drills, which are position-based, and the coach that you have for that position will have expertise in that position. Like Coach Benjamin Hall, he was a quarterback's coach. He works here with us at Gridiron Football. He is the coach that always goes off with the quarterbacks, as well as Marcus Randall, which is a Bluegrass Miracle, as you know, great quarterback for LSU. And so that is invaluable knowledge that you're getting here. And on top of that, after that too, we go into competition, which is 1-on-1 and 7-on-7 drills. And this is mainly for quarterbacks, wide receivers, and defensive backs. And we have about like an hour of this, but to the linemen, I promise we don't forget about you either. During these drills, the linemen have their own set of drills, which is the tire pull, which has been a fan favorite so far. It's kind of a tire tug-of-war. We do 1-on-1 trench war drills, which is just the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman going at it. We'll do 2v1s to see, can you get past a double team block? And many more drills that is very, very valuable for linemen to know. So our next camp will be in Palestine, Texas at Westwood High School on April 27th. Make sure you guys go sign up on gridironfootballusa.com. We have an Elite Camps tab. You can go there, click sign up right now. I think it's $75 right now, which is not a bad price at all. It's $100 if you walk up, so you definitely want to be signed up for this right now. And yeah, just make sure you go check out all of our socials. We got a Twitter, We have a TikTok, we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have the website that I just mentioned, gridironfootballusa.com. So yeah, just go check us out. My name is Pierce Hull, and thank you guys for watching.